cat is clearly not appreciating me filming the harvest. Today's harvest has been very colourful, which makes me extremely happy. What do we have? A delicious looking yellow courgette, a rather long aubergine, 3 or 4 cucumbers, a little bit of basil, a mixture of beans there. I've got my haricot vert and my yellow beans. Yellow beans, you can really see the beans pronounced through the skin. They're slightly sweeter than the haricot vert as well, actually. Wasn't expecting that. And then we have the tomatoes. Oh, hello, cat. Cat wants attention. We have tomatoes, we have some aroma and a few cherry tomatoes in there as well. Tomatoes are now, very, they're quite laden on the bushes, but the majority of them are remaining green, but it's okay. I'm getting about 10 to 20 per day. I generally, if I see a red one, then I just go along and pick it because I just can't resist. Hello, cat. Last few days I've also been able to do some foraging. I've got a lot of brambles or blackberries. It looks like I've only got a few in here. The ones that weren't super ripe or super sweet already, I put them in this jar, and the rest I processed, made into a jam and added some into my yogurts. And then yesterday's a lovely surprise. These green plums were ripe. I had actually read on the internet that it would take quite some time, I think in October, before we could harvest these. So yesterday I just took the opportunity because I saw a few lying on the ground, and I thought, oh, I'm going to see if those are ripe. Quite small actually as well. Yeah, and I tasted them and they're quite nice. I actually had filled this whole plastic container with these, but I found them so delicious, so I just keep on eating them as I see them. The third part of my harvest for today contains, from left to right, mint, marjoram or oregano, hyssop, which tastes like aniseed, it's very lovely, a big bunch of stevia, or stevia, however you pronounce it. Actually, I do like to put 10 leaves of hyssop and 10 leaves of stevia together in a teapot. It's very nice, very sweet. You can do you can use the hyssop without the stevia, but it just adds another note, and I think I've got a bit of a sweet tooth. And that final plant there, that singular stem, that's lemon verbena. I only had one plant of lemon verbena, and I think that's enough. It does have a very strong lemony flavour, and I don't mind it, and it's, I guess, cheaper than chopping a lemon every time you want to have lemon tea. It's not my favourite. Again, it tastes nice with a bit of stevia, but I won't be planting another lemon verbena plant. One is enough. I don't think I can get enough though with the hyssop. That's absolutely delicious. And of course I'm still crazy about mint. I harvested quite a lot of mint. Wasn't really sure if I would be trimming the plants too far back. So, but I'm not too concerned because I have another saved mint plant in the garden anyway, so if it all goes wrong I can take fresh leaves from that. But yeah, I've got a really good harvest here of mints and herbs, etc. So what I'm going to do now is take away any leaves which aren't perfect and any debris that I find, and then I'm just going to hang these up and let them air dry. So what I've done is I've inspected both the lemon verbena and the stevia, and if any of the leaves are less than grade A, then I have put them in the right hand group, and I will put those in a tea bag later on and then just make a massive teapot from that. And I think because there's so many stevia leaves, it will be extremely sweet. So what I normally do with that is I let it cool down and put it in a bottle in the fridge, and then just kind of use it as a very light syrup to add into my water if I'm looking for an additional flavour to my water. just cleaned the unusable leaves or the unpreservable leaves off the hyssop, and it does look as though there were a lot of them, but it's just because they are larger in size than the stevia leaves. So what I will do with these guys, there were a few that I had to chuck out because they were covered in bird poop, and I really don't fancy having bird poop tea. So I will use these leaves here with some of the stevia leaves and just make up maybe 3 or 4 tea bags and keep those in the fridge for whenever I fancy a hyssop tea. Or I might do an infusion, as I said previously, with the lemon verbena. I might just do an infusion of both hyssop and stevia leaves by pouring hot water over them, letting it cool down, and adding that to a bit of maybe bubbly water, something like that, just in this nice summer weather. Well, I say nice summer weather, but it's raining today, but you know what I mean. Whilst giving my mint a clean, I came across this little fella who was having a good old munch on the mint leaves. Now what I can tell you is I have, with my own eyes, witnessed slugs and snails both eating the mint leaves, which goes against a lot of the information that's on the internet about companion planting, because apparently insects don't want to eat mint leaves. But I'll be honest with you, I'm only halfway through my mint harvest now. This is the number of leaves that I've already ripped off for insect damage. So with regards to my garden, I would say that planting mint as a companion plant to repel insects has proven to be a myth. Going back to my new pet caterpillar, seems to have done quite some damage on my mint leaves. There's another little insect running across there right now. So these mint leaves, which are damaged but still reasonably edible, these will be packed into tea bags and stored in the fridge. I won't bother mixing those with stevia. I think the mint leaves are delicious just by themselves in a cup of tea. This is what I have ready for air drying. I've never air dried mint before. Seems like a bit of a strange concept to me because I already have always have mint growing somewhere, but I'm going to give it a go and see what dried mint is like. And then we'll have the final part, which is the oregano herb, which I find very difficult to say. Marjoram, marjoram. Yeah, I don't know, marjoram, I think that's it, yes. So I'll have a go at cleaning that up, and then I shall be finished for the day. Don't forget to say goodbye to my pet caterpillar. As you can see, I have strung up the herbs over a curtain pole. I'm using the same method I used for the end bunch there, which is thyme and sage. I actually hung those up a week ago and they are halfway dry because I felt them earlier on. So I'm going to give these guys on the left 2 weeks to dry. It should be fine. It's a tried and tested method for me, hasn't failed yet. And I'm looking forward to these being dried out so I can taste exactly what I am going to be getting in the winter months. Here are the tea bags I made up from my stevia and lemon verbena. I was only able to make 1 tea bag up, so that's the one that you see by itself there. The other 4, they are made up of stevia and hyssop, the aniseed flavoured herb. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make mint tea bags up because my little caterpillar friend escaped and I couldn't find him in the mint leaves, so I decided I'd rather not have a random caterpillar in my tea bag. So all the mint leaves with the caterpillar, I'm assuming the caterpillars in those leaves, have been dumped into the compost bin.